Welcome back for another video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. In this video, we're just going to prepare for the upcoming trading week of May 5th through May 9th, and this is just so I can call out all of my trades and analysis in the Market Mentors Discord community. So if you want to see all of our winning trades, our analysis, or interact with us and learn these different trading concepts, then be sure to join the link in the description, and I'll see you guys there. And just getting back to it, we're just going to do these steps that I always do to prepare for the trading week. These are just some easy routine steps I do just to make sure my eyes are dialed in and just so I can be prepared for what to expect in the upcoming week. So step one is to always reflect and review on last week. I think that's a good step to just understand what you did wrong, what you did right, and then how you can build upon that for the upcoming week. And I think last week was an okay week. It was NFP week, so a lot of news, a lot of volatility. So I stayed out the market a good amount last week, but still an okay week. Learned a few things, and yeah, hopefully we just take on those learnings and just go into this week. In step two, just back test and fine tune. I did back test the previous week. I think, of course, in hindsight, back testing is always good because you can see where you could have improved at. So I did do a little bit of back testing, had some good results. Probably was like a 70% win rate, and it was like 10 or maybe 14, something like that in that range. But so I'll probably drop the video just about that back testing later after this video, show you guys what those results were and how I was able to just further dial my eyes in for this upcoming week. And then step three is always to check the economic news in the calendar, just so you can see what's going to happen and what could potentially move the market this week. And especially trading the indices or the index market, it's always going to be really heavily news dependent, especially Forex as well too. But looking at it, we really don't have too much news this week because it's not NFP week, but we do have a little bit of news in the morning session for Monday, so that could be a little bit of a factor. Nothing really on Tuesday, looking at only high impact news really. A little bit of news on the Fed speaks on Wednesday, so yeah, I'll be out of the market by this time, or before this happens at least. Then Thursday's pre-market news, that won't really affect us too much, might be a pre-market spike. Then Friday's no news, so it should be a pretty straightforward week outside of Wednesday. Might be a little crazy there, and maybe a little bit Monday, but you don't really need to trade too much on Monday. So it should be a straightforward week, should be a solid week. We'll see what happens. And then 4 hours analyze the higher time frame. So I recommend going up 1 to 2 time frames higher than what you normally trade for your higher time frames on the week or the day-to-day basis, just so you can see where price is going or where it might be headed to. So I do it in the 15-minute usually, so I just jump up to the daily usually and see where it's heading. So looking at the daily, we can have a lot of bullish pressure in the past few weeks or past week or two, and looking at it, it's going to probably continue bullish this week at least a little bit. I think we'll at least go and sweep this liquidity here, because I just think based on all this bullish pressure, it's already mitigated a lot of imbalances left behind them with the tariffs. And looking at it, it's already starting to switch structure with looking at this lower high, then higher low, then forming a higher high, breaking all of this structure here. But I think it's going to at least break this structure and sweep this liquidity here before, if it moves to the downside, before it does that. So a few things could happen here. It could either sweep it, go above this, a little bit above or a good bit above, and go back to the downside just because it swept this liquidity here to push down, or it could go above and keep going above and then come back down a little bit, mitigate any imbalance left behind here, then shoot back up again, and we could just start going back towards those higher high levels or the all-time high levels. Or it could push up, sweep this liquidity, probably go down here, sweep this liquidity, then go back up. We'll see what happens. It could also just sweep this liquidity and start to push down and just keep going down further, sweeping all this liquidity as well too eventually. But more likely this week is probably going to head towards either this low and sweep this high right here. So these are the two main points here. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Probably it might sweep this up market open, honestly. So we'll see what happens with that. Just gotta flow with the market. So that's it for the higher time frame analysis. Then step 5 is to write your weekly goals. So last week, I think I just wanted to try to trade Asian session and London session a little more because it was NFP week. I didn't end up doing that just because I got busy. I think this week, my weekly goals is just to make sure I'm using proper risk management, follow my plan, and yeah, just limiting myself. I'm limiting myself to 3 trades a day for now. So I just want to make sure I'm taking the most valid setups and just hoping not missing any trades, or yeah, just following my system. That's all I got this week. I don't really have a number for profit or percentage-wise profit. Just gonna try to follow my trades. Follow my rules, all my trades properly, and see what it gives me. Should be a straightforward week, so we'll see what happens. And then step 6 will be the right affirmations. I always do that just to get you in the right headspace. just to make sure you're not really doubting yourself, going into the week with a clear mind and in high confidence, not doubting yourself or your ability. So the ones that I always do are just, I'm a consistent and profitable trader. I have faith and desire in my trading ability, and I'm a disciplined trader who follows my system fully. And these are just 3 that I've done. You can write these down anywhere. You can write it on your trading view chart. You can write it on a notepad, a sticky note, type it out on your phone. You can write it anywhere. Just, it's a good thing to read and remind yourself of your abilities. You can make up your own, or you can just use these. Just do something to get your mind in a positive mindset, because you don't want to start doubting yourself, being negative whenever you're approaching the charts. So that'd be it for step 6, and then step 7 would be to build your weekly watch list. So since I only trade Nasdaq, I would only be looking to set my alerts and being prepared for what's going to happen on the Nasdaq. So like my weekly alerts would be like these swing points for the daily time frame. So it'd be like that swing high, this swing low. There may be some imbalance that price is heading towards for the week, but mostly I'm looking for just to go up a little bit and sweep this liquidity up here. It's probably some imbalance like right here when the 15 minutes about to be mitigated, probably around market open. So maybe we'll get like a quick sell off here, but we'll probably continue bullish after that sell. And yeah, I would say that's mostly it, because all this immediate imbalance here has been swept, except for maybe this one. So maybe we'll set a small alert there if it comes back. So that's mostly it for the weekly watch. So it doesn't have to do all this. It can literally shoot up past this and just sweep all this liquidity up here in the daily time frame, just continue upwards. Just got to try to float the market and understand like these are some key levels that it could head towards. It could not head towards, but it also could head towards them. And then number 8, we review the pre-trade checklist. So this week I think I want to be a little more open and just flowing with the market. Last week I was really stuck with just trading with structure. And this week I'm going to flow with the market, whether it's counter structure or counter trend or pro trend. Just going to try to flow with it. I know how to take advantage of both ways, so just want to flow with it, see what I can do this week, and we'll see what it produces. I'll still only try to take 3 trades a week, so just want to make sure I'm not overthinking my trade. Just want to follow it and produce results that I know I can produce. So that'll be it for me this week. Just want to go and make sure I'm taking. I'll just say wait for reversals to happen, then take those continuations and ride a lot of momentum. So that's going to be the big thing this week, just making sure I'm focusing, going with the momentum and where the market's heading. So that'll be it for this video. I wanted to make it a little bit shorter, so I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out the other content on the channel, and let's have a good trading week. I'll see you guys next video.